Nearly every game you've ever played has been a simulation of something else. One of the earliest games that we know to date is called the Royal Game of Ur, which simulates racing. I don't know if it's horseback riding, or chariots, or just you're on foot. The goal is to get all of your pieces off the board before your opponent. This was created in wherever Ur was. Samaria, I believe? Yeah. Bad name for a city. Sounds like you froze on the spot. They had indoor plumbing and AC. One of those, at least. Now, the definition of a simulation is an act of deception or pretend. But would you say that games deceive you? Deception kind of has a malicious tone to it. But make pretend, that kind of makes sense. Still, it feels like a cheap imitation. We have paintings, beautiful paintings, that simulate parts of life. And they don't just have to be realistic, still life. Sometimes, often the best ones, capture a moment in time or feeling, something metaphysical that can't be visually represented or stated easily in words. All is Vanity by Charles Allen Gilbert depicts a woman admiring herself in the mirror, but you can't help but notice the ever-impending feeling of doom. Well, this guy must have been fun at parties or something. See, in this simulation, the painter was able to capture more than the physical world he was representing in his painting. In games, a simulation allows us to step into the shoes of a hero, be a great general, lose all your friends because you're too concerned about how the parking rules work in a game that no one's ever liked, ever. It's Monopoly. Just the word Monopoly has a horrible connotation to it. It's a bad name for a game. Just like how Subway is a horrible name for a restaurant, because the last thing I want to do when I'm in a Subway is eat a sandwich. It smells like it's from a Subway. In our new game, Edgelords, we have simulated sword fighting. We analyzed a bunch of techniques from modern-day HEMA and fencing rules, old manuscripts from medieval time. Not the restaurant, but like the time period. Just like in a real sword fight, you have to make split-second decisions. We didn't want this to be turn-based because then you get to take all the time you want to make the decision of what is the best strike to use in these strike cards. These cards are going to change. This is just for the video right now. We got months before we have to get the final ones looking real good. If you're fast enough and your strategy's good enough, you could play 15 cards in a row, Uno style, except you get to keep your friends in the end. What I've loved most from playing this game with friends is seeing huge comebacks. Because the game is also asymmetrical on top of it, you have all of these characters that you can choose from that have their own special little abilities. When one character's hand is full of backstep cards to dodge a strike and have no offensive choices left, well, guess what? Gamma Todoroki, because he's a toad, he can use those cards in his combos to deliver a stunning final blow. Consider supporting this game. Right now we're set for
March
on BackerKit. I'll link it down below our teaser page, I think is what it's called. All the art that you've seen here has been done by Vittoria Pompolani. You can find her as Bone Dust Stuff on most things online. I'll link her down below as well. She does a lot of commissions, so consider using her. People use her a lot for their tabletop RPGs, their OC characters and whatnot. Hit that notification bell because that does something helpful for us. I actually get to hear the bell in my head every time it happens, which is crazy. My doctor said, bad sign. Consider just helping for that reason. Okay, bye.